This is Quick Clips with Dr. Tamara Harville, and I'm going to talk about APA and the abstract. So an abstract is basically a brief introduction summary of what your paper is going to be. So you don't want to be centered on your paper after you put in the title abstract. You want to take it to the left. And then you're going to summarize your purpose, objective, methods, content, results, conclusions, and any limitations you had in your paper. You typically will write the abstract after you write the entire paper, but sometimes you're just still organizing the paper. These are short, they're not really huge, about 250 words max. And then you're going to center the title abstract at the top, and it's just a paragraph. So let's look at an example. Here's an abstract. So title, centered and bold, and then tab, and then this is just a brief. Hypertension is one of the most common chronic diseases in adults and a leading cause of disability and mortality worldwide. Recently, new guidelines for the diagnosis and management of hypertension have been released in Europe and in the United States, with changes regarding how to diagnose and treat the condition and the extent to which intensive blood pressure control should be pursued. Important differences between the guidelines exist in the classification of blood pressure levels and definition of treatment goals. Diagnosis of the hypertension starts at that, and for European guidelines, that. Theirs is less than ours. More than ours for the European guidelines. Yeah, theirs is higher than ours. And then besides the European guidelines, introducing the concept of safety, blah, 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 just keeps going. So we know that the paper talks about the guidelines, the differences when you should go into further pursuing the intensive care for it, diagnosis of it, and then more. Of course, I could have added more, but there's just so much you can add on a page. And that's what an abstract is. Hope this helped.